Proof of God in the Bible that gets people's attention. What are some proofs we can talk about? Hi, Alex McFarland here. You know, we love questions. We get a lot of questions. Got a question here from a recent conference I did in South Carolina. And this person asks, how do you convince a millennial that the Bible is the ultimate truth when they demand proof, especially proof regarding evolution, creation? Great question. Yes, I do believe the Bible is the Word of God from a lot of compelling lines of evidence. But regarding things like creation versus evolution, let me tell you, I think a very exciting development that was recently in the news, and it goes back easily 20 years, intelligent design. Now, I've met a lot of very wonderful colleagues and friends, brilliant people with earned terminal degrees, PhDs. One such holder of a PhD is a former colleague from Focus on the Family, the days I worked out there, Dr. Stephen Meyer with the Discovery Institute. Now, Dr. Stephen Meyer is brilliant. He's a very humble, you can't help but appreciate this scholar who's just a wonderful individual, and he's been an advocate for intelligent design. Now, intelligent design simply says that information comes from an intelligent source. We've never observed information come from a non-intelligent source, and the DNA that makes up plant, animal, and human life, DNA is absolutely encrypted information. Now, on Dr. Stephen Meyer's Wikipedia page, he says, or it says rather, that he is an advocate of pseudoscience, intelligent design. Always, the evolutionists love to take a personal swipe and make a slam at those of us that acknowledge we've never observed something come from nothing. Chaos is never the mother of order. And the complex encrypted data that is yours and my DNA could not have come from a non-intelligent source. Well, it's amazing. 1 week ago today, evolutionnews.org, they had an article that caused, in the discussion thread after a certain article, the heads were popping off of the evolutionists, just so incensed that they, in a positive light, referenced Dr. Stephen Meyer, because they were talking about the Cambrian explosion and how life appears in the fossil record fully formed. The billions of transitional fossils that Darwinian evolution would suggest just simply aren't there. And not only from trilobites to fully formed animals, the Cambrian explosion shows life fully formed and in its present forms. But there's also the reality of DNA, that the information that creates specific creatures with specific features, the DNA is information. And again, information comes from an intelligent source. And for years, one of the many highly articulate, educated voices advocating for information theory is Dr. Stephen Meyer. Oh, well, what's the problem with invoking a scientist with impeccable credentials like Dr. Stephen Meyer? Oh, my goodness, he's committed that cardinal sin. He believes in God, and even worse, Christianity. Heaven forbid. And so, obviously, in the thread afterward, all of the pro-evolutionists, the blind faithful of naturalism, have to castigate Dr. Stephen Meyer and evolutionnews.org for quoting him. What's going on here? Well, the proof is that there is a God. He's revealed himself. Creation could not have happened by accident. Millennials need to know this, but also people of all ages. And I want to challenge you to be open-minded, like the great thinkers throughout history. Follow the evidence wherever that leads. Don't just believe in ideology for which there is no proof, like physicalism, empiricism, naturalism, Darwinism. No, there is a creator, and you can know him, and he's revealed himself. And I would suspect the vitriol and emotion really point to the fact that deep inside we know this anyway. There is a God, and we really need to acknowledge that, because that's what the evidence acknowledges. Well, thanks for watching. Share this if you would. We're on YouTube, on all the social media platforms. My website, alexmcfarland.com. alexmcfarland.com. We'd love to hear from you. Submit a question, a comment, feedback. May God bless you, and may God empower you to stand for truth. What are you doing next summer? Hey, how about this? I want to invite you to join me in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, August 6 through 11, 2023, for the Faith and Family Retreat. It's going to be awesome. We'll talk about foundational things. What does it mean to be a disciple? How can you defend your faith? Family time, concerts, renewal of wedding vows. It's going to be great. Then fun, a trip to Dollywood. Who wouldn't like that? And then faith in action. There'll be a mission outreach, talking to people about Christ. So again, August 6 through 11, 2023, Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. Go to faithandfamilyretreat.com. I hope to see you there.